Hi, I'm going to show you today how to get logs off of the WebShopApps extensions. This is quite helpful really in diagnosing any issues you might have with obtaining shipping rates. Shipping rates, it's only as good as you set it up. So if it's not configured correctly, then you may see issues, and the login's going to tell you what's going on. So let's jump straight in and have a look. Right, the first thing to do really is to show you where the logs are actually pushed out to, because we need to clear that area out, and you may have it switched on currently. So let's go and have a look at the file system. I'm here under sort of HD docs, under the dropship extension that I've got installed, and this is standard Magento installation, just for our extension on there. If you go under the var log directory, then you'll see some logs in here. Now if this directory is not present, then don't worry about it. It just means you've never logged before. But it may be that sort of the developer switched it on and you may see some in it. So what we want to do is we want to clear this out, because we don't want to see these logs at present. So let's just delete that. Okay, so now we can go back into the Magento admin panel, and we're going to switch on the login. So to do this, we go down to System Configuration, and then right at the bottom, there's two switches we need to do. First is we'll switch on the WebShopApps logger. Now, obviously set it to enabled. There's a couple of choices about where you can log. You can log out to the admin panel or the system log. There's also an email option as well, which not many people use, but it should actually send you the emails of all the logs. Just be careful with that, because you will get a lot of emails. Okay, so let's set it up. So in the admin panel, we've got debug, and also set up the system log debug. And then we decide which extension we actually want to log from. Now, it may be that you've got a number of extensions on here, so you can display this on there. There is also the option to use this on other extensions, because the login code is open source. Okay, so we've got dropship enabled, we've set debug on both of these. Then the next thing to do is make sure that you've got the developer login switched on in Magento. So this is a standard Magento setting. Make sure that you switch this off when you go into production. So we go to developer switch, and then we've got log settings, and we set that to yes. This will make sure the system.log file comes out. Okay, so let's go and get a quote now. So this will actually force it to go through the shipping code, and it will kick off the WebShopApps login itself. And then let's see what we get. So we've got a quote out, we've got some rates back. And then we go back in this directory, and you can see it's recreated the system.log. And then you can have a look at this data and see what's in here. And there's quite a lot of information in here. So yeah, it just gives you an idea of the output you can get. So what you can do now is, if you can either look through this log yourself if you have sufficient information, or you can send it off to WebShopApps if they've asked you to produce this log, or you feel it may help them. Just to give you a little bit of an idea of, if you want to start looking at it yourself, then you can see here, for instance, that there's a UPS grand rate in there. So you can understand what's going on a little bit. Let's just go back quickly and show you how we can use this for diagnostics. So if I go and break the site, as it were, let's just change this to be XML, but not put any passwords in. Let's just set that to development. We've got that switched on. So what I've done is I've just changed it around to be XML. And what I'll also do is I'll switch on a default Magento login here, which is debug. You can see. Oh, it's asking me to put something in. Okay, so let's save that, and then we'll get the quote again. And what you'll see is because it's Magento login, they actually create a separate log for UPS, and you can see in this log, if you look down, it takes a little while for your eyes to get used to it, but basically there's a request, and then further down you have a result, and you can see here, if you look at it, it's got invalid access license number. So it's actually telling you what's wrong, which is a little bit more information than what you get like this. So hopefully that'll help you with diagnosing. Thanks very much.